My name is Josh, and I was called to Ibogaine. I first heard about it about 3 years ago when a friend had gone to a place in Costa Rica, a friend that had received a terminal cancer diagnosis. And the friend went to get basically comfortable with dying, but my friend went along with him as support and came back raving about the experience and sort of what he got personally from the journey. I did some research at that time. Ultimately, the facility that he went to wasn't for me. I didn't trust, there wasn't medical protocols around, their process. It was very much a ceremony. And so the medicine really called to me in terms of the healing properties. And I'd been in therapy for years, to treat some generalized anxiety disorder, as well as some depression, had some childhood trauma that I wanted to deal with and various other things. And so, I was called again this past December as I was dealing with some news that I had gotten that had put me into basically depression. I was using alcohol to kind of deaden some of those emotions, and I was really struggling to come out of what ultimately was depression. And so I found Beond through some twists and turns and applied, got smart and did a bunch of research again on Ibogaine and facilities, and Beond's mix of both medical protocols, just the doctor to staff to patient ratio really called to me. It was the perfect place. And why I chose Beond as the facility to go on the journey of Ibogaine, first and foremost, was the medical protocols, the staff to patient ratio, and the energy, the intake process, the amount of information that you get when you go through it. Coaches is very holistic. It's much more thorough and comprehensive than any other place that I looked at. I mean, by far and beyond. The resources up front, the resources during, the resources after, how everything is approached is just different and so far ahead of the other centers that I had experience with. I would describe my Ibogaine journey as transformative. I didn't know what to expect. I had a lot of anxiety, what it was going to be like, and it ended up being perfect. Tom, the owner, had said, be curious and have fun as I went into the medicine. And that's the attitude that I took. It was truly life-changing in terms of the experience that I had, the answers that I got, the way I was able to heal during the flood dose, subsequently the booster. I'm feeling like I'm in such a better place. But this is just the start. It was truly incredible. The experience of a lifetime. I'm just excited about life. The best way to describe it is rebirth. I mean, I've got kind of a new lease on life, a new start. I'm excited about getting back home and just being a more present father, friend, partner. I've gotten a lot more headspace. I've been able to free up a lot of what was kind of consuming me. A fair amount of distraction and fog in my life has all been cleared. I'm just really excited about a new start. There's a big shift in my thoughts since Ibogaine, how I'm looking at life again. It's kind of freed, it's brought this freedom into my thinking, sort of consumed with this kind of a spiraling of doom. It's taught me to kind of look at the way that I'm thinking and not make judgment on it. It's helped me reframe a lot of things and a lot of the way that I'm thinking about things. It's just provided a much more positive outlook on life. I would really recommend anybody to come to Beond, to take on the journey of Ibogaine if it calls to you. People from all different walks of life that are struggling with all sorts of different things, whether that's PTSD from trauma as a kid, depression, anxiety, substance abuse problems. There's a place for it in everybody. If you want to just expand your mind, learn more, learn how to get into touch with yourself, with your subconscious. You need help with self-love, with forgiveness, with gratefulness. I mean, there's so many applications and places that it can help. 4 days after just journaling and journaling and journaling about areas that I can bring it to my life, that I think it will be helpful. The best, not surprise, but the best part, I expected it, but when it comes true, it's awesome. And that's the staff and the facilities here at Beond. I mean, it's so impressive to blend huge medical staff, 11 doctors and 43 nurses, I think, right now, that all truly care. I mean, it's a clinical setting. You feel like you're in a mini hospital, due to the care that you're receiving, but everybody's so caring. Everybody's so nice. They're all on this healing journey together. They really really want what's best for each patient. The people I've met that are here, for their own journey, it's just been awesome. You're surrounded by kind of awesome, amazing, great people that all really want to both take care of you, take care of themselves, and to heal.